Going to take a few lines on the England-Argentina game. England absolutely humperdinked Argentina out here. There's a narrative going round around whether Owen Farrell should relinquish the captaincy, let Courtney Lawes take the reins, and let George Ford carry on at 10. He was magnificent. One of the best performances we've seen. We did see him play like that against New Zealand in the last World Cup. But there's a lot of talk around that, Hoggy. You've played with Faz. Do you think that is even a possibility that Owen Farrell might not be captain of England now, just because England beat Argentina here?
Look, I think you look at George Ford's performance first and foremost. He was unbelievable. 3 drop goals, marshalled the boys around incredibly well. That 10 jersey for me is his. But then you've got Owen Farrell, you know, unbelievable rugby player and a great leader. I could see, you know, Tulangi shoving out one and playing Faz at 12. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but you can't drop George Ford after his performance, but you can't not pick Owen Farrell at the same time. So there will have to be you know, a little change here and there for him to get in, but he has to play him. He's a world-class leader, a world-class rugby player, and you know, he has to play in any team. Why
do the fans not want him then? And I say that superficially because what we've seen online, not that you go based on that, but it feels like the energy around Owen Farrell has gone. There's history around red cards, around the attitude of the team. I'm not saying that this is Owen Farrell. I love Owen Farrell, a huge amount of respect for him. But there is this energy around him that actually it's his time up as captain. George Ford, maybe because of the way that they played against Argentina, because they've been rubbish up till now, let's be honest. And maybe we're getting carried away because Argentina were really poor, but England had 14 men.
Yeah, I think, look, as I said, you've got to pick a player like Faz. You've got to pick him just because he'll have had a massive impact on the squad, and even last night, not even being on the pitch. He'll have had a huge influence during the week, the way that he talks about, he goes about his work. As I say, I'd have him in any team that I played in. Yes, he doesn't come across as everybody's cup of tea, but that's because he's a born competitor, he's a born winner, mate. And that comes out in the way that he carries himself, the way that he goes about his work. Mate, he will play. He will play. I can pretty much guarantee it.
Enough on that, I agree with you. Today, our team Scotland are up against the biggest, the best, the current world champion South Africa. We've not beaten South Africa since 2010. They are the most dominant tacklers. They are the most ferocious, meters-made carriers. They are the best team in the world. They might not be on paper, they're number 2. They beat Scotland today, they go to number 1. They're the world champions, Hoggy. How do we beat South Africa today? And I'm going to carry on. How do we beat a team? I'm coming forward now. How do we beat a team where it's more than rugby? It means more than rugby. It's a religion to them. It's in their DNA. They've won it 3 times. I've been pushing the narrative. I've got a feeling. And whatever that feeling is, maybe it's hope and it's love for our team. How do we beat South Africa, a team, Hoggy, that are playing for more?
Mate, it is a one hell of a challenge. But look, you want it to be the best, you've got to beat the best teams. It's as simple as that. You used DNA before. For me, there's only one team in World Rugby that know their DNA, and that's South Africa. They squeeze the life at you physically, with the ball, without the ball. They use their aerial skills, their kicking game. It's a game plan that no matter who you play against in South Africa, they go by that. And they have done for numerous years, and they are bloody good at it, incredibly good at it. If you look at the ball and play time that they've got, it isn't massively high. They like to go from set piece to set piece to set piece and really, you know, suck the life out of the game almost. Scotland, on the flip side, want to, and have done, as we're getting wiped by a ball.
No, mate, you're in. We're live, it's fine.
Scotland, on the flip side of that, Scotland want to play an exciting brand of rugby, a brand of rugby that suits the talent that's within this team, and I think this is one of the best Scotland sides I've ever seen. Obviously, we go back to when you and I were involved, but look, I think for Scotland to win today, they've got to be themselves. They've got to go out there, they've got to keep the ball alive, look to get in the seams. They'll come with massive line speed. It's how do we nullify that? Little smart kicks, you know, looking to get in the seams, looking for offloads, keep that ball alive, keep the ball in play as long as we possibly can. And we give ourselves every single opportunity to win this game. And you know, we were talking to Finn Russell before the game, and he's chilled out as
how chilled. And we know Finn, and everyone knows Finn, how relaxed he is. I am buzzing. I'm sweating profusely, as you are.
Yes.
I've never been more pumped for a game.
No.
I said that on Friday night as well.